What is up, YouTube? This is Visceral here, and today I'm bringing you some great news. So, yesterday was the Black Ops 3 World Reveal, and we got lots of information from that. And so, in this video is really going to be talking about the multiplayer side of things, but there was actually information about the single player and also zombies. And although zombie information was slim, it's still something, and we still know a little bit about it. But like I said, multiplayer is really going to be the topic of this video, and we did get quite a ton. We're doing really good because this time of year, last year, we really didn't know much about the multiplayer. So we are ahead of the game this year, and it's really exciting to finally start getting in to the nitty gritty and start seeing the cold hard facts, because in previous weeks leading up to this, we were within kind of speculation and rumors, and now that's not the case anymore. We're finally starting to see what we're going to be playing come November the 6th. And by the way, the new release date is November the 6th, 2015, happens to fall on a Friday, which is pretty cool. It's not going to be on your typical Tuesday. So honestly, I love that. I love the change of pace, because now I can play a lot of the game right off the bat. As soon as it comes out, I have the whole weekend to play, and I think it makes it for an awesome just release date. I think it separates itself from the other game releases that's going to be coming out on a Tuesday. So I think it's a nice change of pace, and I'm really looking forward to being able to get it on a Friday. Now, there's really three main things they talked about out of the big reveal. There's three main things. I'm going to go over them. Also, I'm going to give a list and a roundup of all the other information I really don't have time to go into at the end of the video. But yeah, so to get right into it, boost jumps. I think everyone was concerned about boost jumps. I was worried about boost jumps, and we were kind of worried if it's going to be carrying over into Black Ops 3. Well, I can happily say that's not the case. Boost jumps will not be in Black Ops 3 multiplayer. Now, there will be a movement ability replacing it called thrust jumps, and the supposedly thrust jumps will not be as chaotic and as prominent as boost jumps. For the people who don't know what thrust jumps are, I really haven't heard much information about it. Thrust jumps are where you can jump up in the air with A and then use your analog stick to move in any direction. So it sounds pretty cool, and at the same time, though, it doesn't sound like it's going to be that big of a game changer like the exoskeleton suit boost jump abilities were. So it's not going to be, from what it sounds like, something that you use every gunfight. What they said it was really designed for is getting to the next story of a map, or getting it through a window, or climbing obstacles or something like that. That's what it's designed for. It's not designed to really, I guess you can use it to be evasive in a gunfight, but I think you're going to find that you might like the boots on the ground kind of gameplay a little bit better. And like they said, that option is available, and you can play either style. And then they created the maps to work with either style of play, so which is really nice, because in Advanced Warfare you were forced to convert to the new style of having to use the exoskeleton suit abilities. If you weren't using it, you were at a severe disadvantage. So with Black Ops 3, they give you a choice to use the traditional style Call of Duty play with boots on the ground, or you can try to spice it up a little bit with the thrust jumps. I love that they give us that options, because it really is going to make the game more dynamic and awesome. There's actually some other movements that will be included in Black Ops 3 multiplayer, like wall running, boost sliding, and actually the ability to swim underwater and shoot, which I think is pretty neat, and one of the first times we've ever seen this in the multiplayer section of things. We've seen it in campaigns before, like I said, but never in multiplayer. And Treyarch said they wanted to do this for years, and the years in the past, but they were limited by the hardware that they were used. Obviously, the 360 and the PS3 really couldn't handle this kind of stuff. So now that we're dealing with next gen now, and like this is their first next gen game, they're going to try to go all out. They want to do all the ideas that they had in the past and try to implement them in their game this time around. And this is one of the implementations. It's being able to swim underwater and shoot. And it looks like it's going to be very fluid and very good. And it's going to be something that you kind of want to learn to use, or want to learn how to play in that water, because you can kind of, from what it sounds like, it opens up new paths of the map and you can use. But they said it's not really forced. If you don't want to go under the water, you don't have to. But there is a part of the map, and it's there, and it will, it can't hurt, is basically what they said. Obviously, the more map you can use to your disposal, the better off you'll be. Now, the second really big thing they talked about is the new weapon customization section called Gunsmith. And within Gunsmith, there's a new paint shop feature, which is, I think, the better out of the two. But I'll first cover Gunsmith and kind of give you details on that. Basically, what they're saying is you can have up to 5 attachments, and including optics on your weapon. It will allow players to modify their weapons more than ever before. Now, to me, this sounds like they're giving Create-A-Class, when you added your attachments, a fancy name. But to me, they're putting emphasis on this, so it must be important. They must they're trying to make it prominent. So it makes me believe, are you creating your own variants? That's what it sounds like. Since they're putting such an importance on it, or made sure to name it out of the big 3 things that they did release right away, it makes it believe, like I said, you're probably going to be able to create a variant of some sort, but that's not confirmed. Obviously, that's just me trying to think of what could you. I don't know. Like I said, it just sounds a lot like the Create-A class adding attachments on it. So I would love to see some footage to kind of clear up my confusion, what separates it from the regular Create-A class adding your attachments, and then getting into the gunsmith section where you can add 5 attachments and optics. I don't know. Maybe it allows you to add more attachments. Maybe that's what they're trying to get at. Who knows? But next up is paint shop feature, and I think it's, like I said, it's going to be the better of the two, and I think you guys are really going to love it. So can you kind of guess what it allows you to do? Well, I'll give you a few seconds to guess. Yeah, you guess it? Did you guess it right? Do you already know? I think you guys are pretty much already know, because this is some pretty big news. It allows you to create custom camos. Yes, after many, many years of having that on our wish list, I know my wish list for especially, seeing it come to pass in Black Ops 3 multiplayer, it is a big accomplishment, because now we can have just custom paint jobs on our weapons. It makes that individuality in Black Ops 3 more pushing it, really just pushing the bar, raising the bar. You know, we always, you know, for the past 2 Call of Duties, we had the outward appearance, being able to customize your outward appearance. That was cool, but now to be able to carry it over into camos is especially cool. Now, obviously, it's going to be presets. You have 64 layers on the right side, top side, and left side. I should have said left, top, and right side of your weapon. And like I said, 64 layers. So you can be as simplistic as you want or complex as you want. It just really depends on how much time you want to spend in the Create-A-Camo section of the game. So I think it's really cool. And I would love to see some way you can kind of share camos. Because wouldn't that be neat to be able to like either submit your camo and have like the top 5 camos of the month or something, or maybe just have a whole list and see the cool camos and download them. I think that would be pretty neat and increase the longevity of the game even further than what it already is at this point. So then we get to the third and final big feature announced yesterday, and that is the new specialist character system in multiplayer. It's actually inspired by Destiny, the game. A lot of the Treyarch employees fell in love with Destiny, so this is one of the ways you can kind of make parallels to how they wanted to incorporate something into their game. Treyarch wanted to add a new way for players to rank up and level up, and that's exactly what they did. It says the title features 9 specialists, each with 2 abilities for a total of 18 choices. Now you can pick 1 specialist and 1 of the powers before every match. Kind of similar to how you create a class before matches, but obviously it's still not going to be, it's not going to be in the create a class option menu. You still have, I think it's a separate menu right before the game starts. And they said that once you choose your character and your specialist ability, you can't change it once you're in the game. Obviously a lot of changes are going to be done to the game because this was like pre-alpha, so I mean we can expect quite a bit of things to change come release date, or even anywhere near release date. So there you go, guys. This pretty much wraps up my video. Hopefully you enjoyed. If you did, thumbs video up, helps me out a lot, and I'll see you guys in future Call of Duty videos. I'm really excited for Black Ops 3. I don't know if I expressed that enough in this video, but it's really looking good, and I cannot wait to see some multiplayer footage. So peace out, guys, and I'll see you later.